has the process impacted the delivery of instruction in your classroom? You started to address, can you elaborate a little bit on that? Any practices that have changed specifically?
Well, I definitely feel like I've always been able to scaffold the curriculum pretty well, and Mrs. Barker's really helped me come in and show me so many great, easy, effective ways that students can have different options to do an assignment to meet their needs, or simply switching the paper out. It has been very helpful. You don't always have to think so big. Just kind of open your eyes, and she's helped me open my eyes to see the little things that I can do to make it more engaging for all students and more effective for all.
And going off of that, I was going to say just in my planning, I'm much more proactive in my planning, whereas before I was much more reactive. I used to plan my lesson. First day would be whole group lesson, and then I'd give an exit slip. Let's see how they did, and then the next day, let me fill in the gaps of those who didn't get it. And now we are much more proactive. And for Nancy, our special educator, I feel like it was automatic. I feel like when we would plan, she would immediately start thinking about what supports to put in place for certain students. And now I think we all just do it naturally as we're planning. We are proactively thinking what barriers are going to possibly impact the student's ability to access the material. And then we plan supports to help either eliminate or at least reduce those barriers so they can all be successful. And so we still do the exit slips, and we're still filling in gaps the next day, but the students are much more successful throughout the lesson instead of possibly floundering, and then now the student's not being successful, what am I going to do? That's not the case as much anymore.
And then from my perspective, having had students in pull-out in years past, it's so much clearer to me now that they actually can learn at a level that's much closer to their peers than I ever would have thought of if I had just had them in pull-out. So that's when I